Hello everyone. In this how to do video, I'm going to show how to install Ops Manager and deploy MongoDB replication. We will see what is Ops Manager, why Ops Manager is useful to manage your MongoDB data center, and the later part we'll be seeing a demo how to install Ops Manager on a single node. So what is Ops Manager? Ops Manager is a tool provided by MongoDB with their enterprise customer to manage and administrate MongoDB deployments. Particularly in large cluster, it helps to automate most of the tasks using its GUI interface. Ops Manager comes with 3 inbuilt features. We'll see it a bit detail. The first one is monitoring. This feature gives you insight and visibility into your cluster deployment. You can view 100 plus historical metrics. You can get live real-time performance panel with displayed memory usage, network IO, and operations in flight, and much more. And you can also set up custom metrics-based alert via email or SMS. And also you can integrate with HipChat, PagerDuty, and much more. The second feature is automation, where you can deploy a new replication setup, or you can add your existing replication into Ops Manager. In the same way, you can add and create a sharding cluster also with this Ops Manager tool. Automation comes with much more additional features, which helps to manage operational tasks without application downtime, like version upgrade, add and remove nodes, implement security features. Those kind of activities will be possible. Ops Manager comes with the native inbuilt backup and recovery. This tool will help you to achieve point-in-time recovery with few clicks. This is the overall architecture of Ops Manager. To host or deploy an Ops Manager, you need a dedicated MongoDB databases to store Ops Manager operational data. This should run as a replication setup to ensure redundancy and high availability. And you need to set up a backup daemon. It's another component which will be coordinator between your MongoDB deployment and Ops Manager to keep your backup in real time. You can configure any Ops Manager instance into backup daemon. Ops Manager SnapStore, where all the backup are stored. This can be local database like another MongoDB cluster, or cloud-based data store like AWS S3 bucket, or you can store in your local file system as well. Along with this, you need an additional MongoDB instance to hold oplog backups, where oplog entries that backup daemon applies to it. It is recommended to keep this oplog store as a separate MongoDB instance, or you can co-locate with backup DB or application data with separate instance with proper memory sizing. For sizing, you can visit MongoDB official website. Once your Ops Manager is in place, you need to install a Lightwell agent called MongoDB agent on all your deployed MongoDB nodes. The Ops Manager application provide the user interface with HTTP services, and MongoDB agent uses to transmit data to and from Ops Manager. These all are stateless and start automatically when Ops Manager application starts. I'm going to show a demo how to deploy a Ops Manager in a single node. I already downloaded and kept my latest Ops Manager package, which is 4.2.12, and I already have a single node server with the existing MongoDB instance just for testing purpose to hold my app data and oplog and backup metadata, which is listening to port number 27020. And also I have one existing single node MongoDB replication deployment which is listening to port number 27017. Once we deployed Ops Manager, I will show how to deploy this existing MongoDB instance into Ops Manager. I have already downloaded the package and kept it in my local file system. Let's quickly go and install. I'm going to use RPM to install this package. So after the installation, we have to do a few changes in the config file. I will show how to do it. So the package is installed. Let's go to the binaries folder, which will be in ops. The default should be in opt MongoDB MMS. So you can see all the subdirectories which is related to ops manager. You need to make the changes inside the conf directory. Go to conf directory, you can see the conf file, which is conf mms.properties. Let me quickly edit that file. So insert. So this is the place we have to mention our opdb database instance. I have already set up my opdb database instance. I'm going to put it here. So this is my opdb database is running, and the port number, which is according to the database admin, I have mentioned with my username and password. This is the URL, the HTTP URL we are going to connect with our ops manager once the service is started. Let's save it. Start the service now. Once the service is started, we can see the successfully finished pre-flight checks. This process will take some time when you are going to run your ops manager setup initially, because in the backend it will go and create 100 plus databases on your op database instance. Let's quickly check those databases, just the count at least. DBs. If you check here, these all are related to ops manager applications. So now we have created our flight pre-check successfully. Let's go and see our web URL. So I already have the screen. So I'm using the IP address which I have given in the config file with port number 8080. First time you need to register. So this is going to be your super user for your ops manager application. Later you can add as many users you want. So we have created, just ignore the basic configurations. You can explore later. For time being, I am just ignoring. This is the page where you have to give your email address, everything for your alerting configuration. You can configure later also. So rest you can ignore for now. So this is the home screen of our ops manager. Let's go and deploy. I'm going to deploy my existing replication. So once you click, it will give the screen to install your MongoDB agent. So it will list number of available OS packages. Mine is CentOS 7, so I'm choosing that. You can either use a curl, or you can download this package from the Ops Manager website directly, and you can install it. And also this package will be available inside in your folder, Ops Manager default folder. Check here. So it's available here. If you want, you can pull it from here also. But I prefer to go with curl. Let me copy this. Sorry.
So you need to enable the config file. So you have to insert a group ID and then API key and base URL. These are the three mandatory we need to update here. So for group ID in the same page, you will get it here. This is your group ID and the API key. This API key will give you only one time. So it is always a good practice to copy and keep this in a safe location. If you click generate key, you will get the key here. Copy this and keep it. And then copy this base URL also and then keep it. Let's go back to our group ID first. So group ID is okay, and then API key. API key is this one, and then base URL. Base URL is your HTTP ID, your URL ID. That's it. Save this file and run the automation agent. So check the status. It's running. So go here and then click verify agent. So it is verified. Continue. Now it will discover your deployment here. This will take some time. Once completed, you can see monitoring success verified. Backup you can enable it later. So now you need to import your deployment. So I'm going to give my host IP address and then port number, which is 27017, and then authentication I have already enabled. I'm going to use my user ID as I have created one existing user ID, and then password of my MongoDB. Continue. So deployment found. Continue. So here I have only one single node MongoDB instance which running as a single node application. If you have a primary secondary structure, secondary PSS architecture, or if you have a primary secondary and arbiter architecture, you can see those deployments here. You can see the additional boxes like this where it will go and discover. This will take some time because it will go and fetch all your replication status, everything. It will pull the information and it will display it here. So once it got discovered all your MongoDB deployments, you will get a screen like this. So then continue. So for now, I'm not going to install the automation agent. So I'm ignoring this. If you want to have automation agent, you can check this checkbox and it will go and deploy automation agent on all your MongoDB deployments. So I'm just going to monitor. That's it. Go and see here. I can see my server. I can see my metrics already. It is coming here. So if you want to make any changes to your ops manager, just go to admin. You will get all the ops manager configuration here where you can able to change your email, which we did in our screen after the error message. You can change it here, or the SMTP details, everything you can change it here. So server, it will display your server information. What is the OS it is running, IP address. If you have FQDN, it will display the FQDN name here. And then server type, whether it is production or a developer, they can change it in the configuration. The port number where it is listening, and then version. This one you can ignore because I co-located all the ops manager and MongoDB in the same instance. So it is showing 2, otherwise it will show only 1. You can ignore for this now. So currently I have monitoring and backup agent is running.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you find it informative. If there's any particular topic that you want us to do a video on, you let us know and we'll get it for you. We'll be happy to do that. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, because with all your awesome support, we can keep bringing you more stuff, and every time a new video comes, you will know because it'll pop on your screen. Thank you so much. Have a great day.